Hello, everyone. Welcome to It's Crystal Clear, a show designed to help you to stop asking money's permission to live your God-given life. My name is Felicia Young. I have over 15 years experience of guiding people in the direction they should go in order to accomplish their goals and live their best lives within budget. Today's episode is called What's the Word? In this episode, we will discuss your slogan, your plan, your assignment. So make sure you have your journal and your good ink pen, and let's get started. So when you think about particular brands and slogans, what words come to mind? So when we think about Nike, it motivates us to what? Just do it. When you think about Skittles, you know you're about to taste the rainbow. McDonald's, you know I'm loving it. At Burger King, you know you can have it your way. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. A slogan is a catchphrase that represents a product or a company that communicates a key message for their brand. A slogan gives people an insight into what a business stands for, what it represents, what you can expect from it, its mission, its vision, its purpose, what makes it unique. A slogan is a short phrase that is used to convey a message about what it represents. So I want you to take time. Take time to think about what words represent you. What's your slogan? When your name is mentioned or you walk in a room, what phrase comes to mind? Go ahead, get your journal and your good ink pen out and write it down. What words describe you? What words capture the essence of who you are? So like when you think of the name BMW, you think of the ultimate driving machine. When you say your name, what do you think of? The reason why I had you to do that exercise is because I want you to know who you are. I want you to focus on your purpose. I want you to understand you are your powerful word. You are your positive slogan. You are not a broke person with $1,000 worth of bills, and you're not a person who has to constantly work 3 jobs just to make ends meet. That is not who you are. And today's episode is going to help you get out of that mindset so you can start living this incredible life that God created for you to enjoy. So how many of you watched that movie, The Black Panther, with Chadwick Boseman? There was a powerful scene that set the tone for the rest of the movie. It was the scene when the representatives from all the tribes in Wakanda stood on that mountain overlooking the waterfall that fell into the ocean. No tribe wanted to challenge T'Challa, and it looked like he would be the king. But at the last minute, an exiled tribe appeared. They wanted their chance to fight for the ultimate title. For a while, it seemed like the 2 tribe leaders were battling neck and neck. Their fighting skills allowed them to keep up with each other, but at some point, T'Challa started losing his strength. He was getting beat. He was getting punched. He was getting slammed. He was getting thrown, defeated. To us, it looked like he was about to lose. To him, he knew he was about to lose. Then he heard a familiar voice that yelled something to him that turned the whole thing around. It was his mother, the Queen Mother, and she did not come to play. With all of her strength, she yelled to him, "Show him who you are." Those words were the exact words that T'Challa needed to hear to give him the strength he needed to make a comeback and fulfill his destiny as the Black Panther. Many of you are in that same position that T'Challa was in. Life is beating you up. You're stuck in difficult situations. You feel defeated while life is being drained out of you. You got divorced and you were left with a broken heart and a pile of bills. Your loved one died and you had to get loans just to bury them. The company went out of business, so you got released from the job you worked at for 17 years. The savings you were living off of is quickly depleting, and you're finding yourself having to choose between gas and groceries. Life is lifing, and you feel crushed and discouraged. You feel like you're losing in life. The Queen Mother saw T'Challa giving up, and she yelled the words that he needed to hear to make him remember that he was a fierce warrior, a natural leader, the rightful king. She yelled, "Show them who you are." Well, today, I am the Queen Mother, and I'm here to say to you, show you who you are. You are not drowning in debt. You are taking the necessary steps to build wealth for you and your family. You are not broke. You are shifting your mindset to start chasing your purpose instead of chasing the bag. You are not living paycheck to paycheck. You are rich. You are competent. You are intelligent. You are impressive. And you are gifted. So what's the word? What's your word for this year that's going to keep you focused on what your purpose is? What's your slogan that's going to make you remember who you are? You deserve more in this life than you're allowing yourself to have. You deserve to be treated like the royal person that you are. Today, you're going to welcome the new directions that you're going in. But how will you go into a new direction if you don't know where you're going? And if you don't know where you're going, how you know where you're going to get there? You're going to get there by writing the vision and making it plain, by making a plan. So, what is a plan? A plan is when you think about and decide what you want to do, then decide how you're going to do it. A plan ensures that your goals are clearly defined so you will know what direction to go into. So I'm bad with following normal directions when I have to go anywhere, even when I use GPS. I am no good. I get lost every time if I'm given directions that say, go 4 miles northwest, then turn right in 323 feet. That just doesn't click to me. Those words mean nothing to me. But if you say, Felicia, drive past 4 streets, when you get to the McDonald's on the right, turn left. Go down 3 more streets. Then when you see the bent light pole on the left, turn right. When you see the house with the rooster on the mailbox, you got there. So I need those type of specific instructions to help me get where I need to go. That's what a plan is. Specific, detailed instructions to help you get where you need to go without getting lost. In previous episodes, I gave you all an assignment. In your journal with your good ink pen, you were to write down your goals that you want to achieve in 3 months, in 6 months, in 12 months. And you were to work backwards, imagining that you were in the future 3, 6, and 12 months from now. And what you planned for was done. What exact steps did you take to make that dream a reality? Now, what I want you to do is write the dollar amount next to each one of those goals. For example, in 3 months, you want to pay off one of your credit cards, which is $300. In 6 months, you want to enroll in college. The class is going to cost $1,200. Or in 12 months, you want to pay off your car, and that's $6,000. Now you have a good picture of what direction you need to send your money in order to make that happen. Now, let's work on ways to redirect or free up your money to make your plan work. I need y'all to make time to write down all of your monthly expenses. Look through your bank statements to see where your money goes. Mortgage and rent, how much do you pay? Your utilities, groceries, kids' tutors, car note, insurance, trip to the barbershop, brunch with the girls, date night with your woman. Everything you spend money on, make time to write it down. Then I want you to go through that list and mark whether those items were needs or were they wants. What were the things you really needed? What did you just want? Now, once you do that, calculate the totals of those needs versus those wants. Take time to really look at your list. Looking at the list of things that you want, would those amounts help you achieve your 3-month, your 6-month, or your 12-month goal? Okay, so what I'm about to say next may sound harsh, may make you depressed, make you a little sad, but please don't look at it that way. In order for you to hit your 3-month, 6-month, 12-month goal, you will need to change your mindset and live by these 2 words, discipline and self-control. One meaning of discipline is to train oneself to do something in control or habitual way. Self-control is the ability to control your emotions and impulses in order to achieve a greater goal. When you look back through your expenses and look at what you spent under the wants category, could that money have helped you reach your 3, 6, or 12-month goal? So instead of buying 2 more pair of shoes that's $150 each, can you use that money to reach your 3-month goal of paying off a $300 credit card? Are you willing to sacrifice your wants to achieve your financial goals? Of course you are, because you are disciplined with self-control. We're shifting mindsets today, people. What was the personal slogan that you wrote earlier? We're prioritizing that today. You are prioritizing what you choose to spend your money on. So, now that you have shifted your mindset and you are determined to do what you need to do to live your best life, Let's see where you can free up money to do it. So, in order to better manage your money and manage your best life, I recommend living by the 10, 10, and 80 rule. The first 10 is tithing 10% of your before tax income to your place of worship. Tithing is a form of worship, obedience, and trust. So I'm going to do a whole episode about tithing, sowing, and reaping in the future. The second 10 is pay 10% to yourself. Listen, you work way too hard to be broke. If you're the boss or manager, you deal with way too many crazy situations with your employees or clients to be living paycheck to paycheck. If you are an employee and have a boss that works your last nerves on a daily basis and you deal with customers who make you want to cuss often, you better have some money in the bank as a reward for all you do and all you put up with. So make sure you pay yourself. We will definitely have an episode in the future on savings, investments, and your vision fund. The remaining 80 is 80% of your remaining income that you should be able to comfortably live on. If you cannot live off of 80% of your income, then you need to see where you can cut expenses. Look through your utility bills, your cable bill, cell phone bill, all your bills. What can you reduce or eliminate? Some of you have gym memberships deducted monthly, and y'all haven't been to the gym since 1998. Cancel that membership. You pay for top-notch cable services, over 300 channels, but you're working 2 and 3 jobs to pay your bills, so you're not even home to watch the TV. Cancel it. Look through the list of needs versus wants from your bank statements. What else can be reduced to help you get to that 80%? Now, if after you cut back your expenses and you see that you still can't live off of 80% of your income, then it's time to explore your latte factor. David Bach coined that term in his book called Finish Rich. The latte factor is simply the idea that small, trivial things that we spend money on adds up to extremely large things over time. Your latte factor can be bougie coffee every day, several soft drinks throughout the day, online shopping, magazine subscriptions for magazines you don't even have time to read, or anything like that. So we're going to use the bougie coffee for example. How many of you just have to have bougie coffee every day? If that's you, put the word coffee in the comment section. For simplicity's sake, we're going to say that the coffee you want is $5 a cup every day, times 7 days a week, times 4 weeks a month, times 12 months a year. So if you have 1 cup of coffee every day for a year, that's $1,680 a year on coffee. What else can you do with that extra amount? Would that help you accomplish your 3, 6, and 12-month goal? Probably. Now, I don't want you to feel that you must deprive yourself of your life's pleasures and things that you want. What I am saying is that you decided you wanted to be disciplined and have self-control to accomplish very specific goals within a particular time frame. At the beginning of this episode, you wrote down your slogan for this year. Will what you spend your money on allow that slogan to be true? If you're committed to this process, you will have to make sacrifices to make it happen. So every time you're about to spend in this 80% lane, you will hear my voice in your head saying, do you really need this, or do you want to hit your goal? So I had a client who I was helping through the home buying process, and during the process, she got so mad at me. So during Black Friday, she decided she is going shopping to take advantage of the sales. She had baskets with S's. She recruited her family to be a part of that madness. Each one of them with baskets full of stuff. She had all kinds of stuff that she was buying for her new home. Cool. But the problem was she didn't have a home yet. She needed to save more money for her closing costs and down payment, and she needed to pay down some more of her debt. So realistically, she still had a way to go. So while waiting in line with her baskets with an S, she heard my voice in her head. She heard my voice say, do you really want this stuff, or do you want your house more? She said she rolled her eyes and she left her baskets with the S in the aisle and left the store. She sent me an angry text saying I made her miss out on the deals of a lifetime. But by that summer, she closed on her house and she had enough money in her Vision Fund account to furnish her home and found everything she wanted on sale. So as we go along this journey, there will be times when you really don't like me. You'll hear my voice challenging you with every swipe of your card. You will hear me say, do you really want to buy that, or do you want to accomplish your goals? You'll be mad at me and you're going to try to break up with me. But I really don't care, because when you hit those goals and you eliminate that debt, you'll be back. You'll love me again. I know you will. But the whole point of It's Crystal Clear is to stop asking money's permission to fulfill your God-given dream. God created you for specific purposes, and drowning in debt is not one of them. On our next episode, we will dive deeper into budgeting and how not to dread it, but to look forward to it. Your assignments: review your 3, 6, and 12-month goals. Put a realistic dollar amount next to each one of them. Write a complete list of all your expenses, and next to your expenses, write whether those are needs or want. Then calculate the totals of your needs, totals of your wants. Finally, take a look at that entire list and decide if you're going to have the discipline and self-control that is needed to eliminate your debt. You got goals to reach, and you can do it. And I will be here to cheer you on. And don't forget, I need you to help me reach my goals too. I want to help 3,000 people eliminate $25 million in debt. If you're interested in being a part of the challenge, subscribe to this podcast and turn on your notification bell. Share this podcast with those who you feel could find value in what I'm doing, and send me an email to itscrystalclearpodcast@gmail.com. Include your name, your location, your 3, 6, 12-month goals, and the amount of debt you want to eliminate. It'll help me track your progress, help you make adjustments, and celebrate you along the way. I really hope today's episode blessed your life. Keep repeating your slogan to yourself as a constant reminder of who you are and why you're here. You were created to be on this planet to enjoy it and make a positive impact, not overworking to pay bills. Remember, show you who you are. Dream big, stay focused, and live your best life within budget. I'll see you next time on It's Crystal Clear.